Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing DMC4 on Dante Must Die difficulty. This is mission 20, the last mission. And once again, we're playing on the PC. This is the final boss. We've faced this guy once before, but now he's even more resilient to all of your attacks. So, the best thing to do on this guy is the caliber, exceed caliber, followed by the roulette spin, like I mentioned in chapter 11. However, he just gets progressively more resilient. Like, the first two times you can knock him down, it's not really a problem, but basically the only thing we're doing here, and by the way, what I'm going to do here is do a combo, do an aerial buster, and then I'm going to drop a holy water to deal the most damage. Sorry, there's so many times when I access the menu or pause because I had to do something here, but I had like 1 bar of his health left, and it took like 15 minutes to kill him still, so that's why this video is so long. And he's not a hard boss. His patterns are all the same. Everything you have to evade is very easy to evade. It's just that they give him so much defense. It's just crazy. It's not even fair. It's not fun either. But all I'm really doing here is doing the caliber over to him. But I'm not good at doing the caliber, so a lot of the times I fail it. Again, also listen for his cues for when he speaks. I can't hear the volume now, so I'm not sure what he's saying exactly, but you'll get to know what he does. He does the fireballs, it does that long barrage of fireballs, the 3 and the 6 quantity of them, and then for that particular evasion, all you have to do is wait until they're about to close in on you and single jump. You can do the table hopper evade to give yourself some refilling of the devil trigger gauge. But basically, it's just non-stop a barrage of hits on him. That's all it really is. But the more combos you do on him, the better it is, and the more you include the exceed, the more he's going to go down a lot easier. So just never take too long here to not grab him. I mean, do 1 combo, but that's it, and then grab him, because if you don't grab him, you're going to regret it down the line when you have just a little bit of health left, and it could have been the health that you took off him while bustering him. So I would say even like the first 3 times you hit him down, it's pretty fair, but the last time, it's almost impossible, almost, but you know. So again, all we're doing is we're breaking his shield, and then we're trying to attack him when he has that halo over him, or around him with that angelic halo. And you could either do the caliber to go over to him, and then follow that up. But even the caliber roulette combo, after it's completed, he's going to shift away. He keeps moving away. He always does that. And then when he gets on the ground here, he's just going to try to hit you once, and it's really easy to evade. He's also got a streak across the screen. It's very easy to evade once he's almost dead. I'll show you how to evade it. But it's just, you see how I punctured the shield? Still going in for hits. He's got the Son of Sparda up, so I can't hit him there. But this guy, it's ridiculous, and I'm not going to be playing any more Devil May Cry games. It's not really this boss in particular. Well, yeah, it probably is actually. This fucking boss. I'm sorry about that. I really like these games, but when you give a boss so much offense, it's not fun, and I don't respect that whatsoever. I mean, I'm sure the pros know how to do it, but I'm not a pro at this game. So he says things like, "You will fail." Let me put the volume up a little bit so I can actually hear what he's saying. So there's a 3rd combo. Drop a holy water right when you punch him as well. Your savior is coming. That's what he says when he puts up his shield. And then when he often will do that rain, so you've got to get out of the way. But the thing about this is that it's hard to double trigger cancel out of this guy's attacks, because they're so prolonged of attacks. that you'll double trigger once, but unless you double trigger again immediately, you will take damage. So we've thrown him 3 times. You have to throw him 5 times to fully kill him. So it just, like I said, it gets progressively harder about having to kill this guy. And when he says "you will fail," that's when he throws the streaks of light and the streaks of fire on the ground. That's a really good opportunity to do the streak. But you'll get used to this guy's attacks if you've already played him on Chapter 11. It's the same basic thing, except now he has the ability to attack with the Blade of Sparda. And I think I know what the reason is, because I've done this guy on all of the difficulties now, except for the 2 novelty difficulties after this one. But I know exactly what's going on here. They put his defense up to like 100, and then they just lower it for all the other difficulties. Like for the easiest one, I think it's called human. Yeah, it's called human difficulty. They'll put his defense at like 25, and then they'll just scale it to all these difficulties. I don't think that's legitimate. That's really wrong. I mean, that's fine if it wants to be the main health, but not his defense. Because it's not really skill at that point, it's just hammering him until he gets out of it. So all he does is he keeps regenerating his shield. There's his range, just get out of the way, it has a lot of range. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep doing the exceed caliber to get over to him, and it's just one of those continually uphill battles, and somebody's kicking you in the face the entire time. So I sympathize with anybody who's struggling here, because it's just having enough items, having enough stamina, knowing how to evade his attacks. A lot of his attacks I just kind of eat and just take the pain or take the punishment, because I'm frustrated and I just want to get over to him as quickly as possible. And there's always the threat of him regenerating his shield. So I'm sorry I can't be more enthusiastic about this boss, but I just feel it's a really bad boss. And that's a shame that all too often that happens in games. I mean, we've seen it in Vanquish where I couldn't do it. But there's other bosses, like in Ninja Gaiden 2, where it's exemplary bosses. Really nice bosses. And some of these bosses in this game have been pretty good, but this one is just unacceptable. So here I'm healing. So we're looking to knock him down one more time and throw him. Okay, so there he is. Do one combo, grab him. And I didn't have any holy water here, so I couldn't use any. I don't think I did. Yeah, okay, I used the holy water. But see that little amount of health he has left? It takes the rest of this video to get that off, because he has so much resistance to everything. But you see his shield now, his bubble around him is purple, meaning he's in double trigger mode. Which basically means you've got to use your own double trigger to have any real impact. Pardon the pun. But, I mean, it's just, keep latching onto him, keep hitting him, keep doing the combos, evade. Do the table hopper evade to get yourself more double trigger if you need it. And I hope this guide has been helpful. I mean, it's been a struggle, but I've been feeling like a prisoner of this guide, and that's not a good way to feel. So when he does that burst, he's going to do it again. That's when you evade. I'll show you how to do it. He does 2 streaks across the screen. Excuse me. But yeah, that feeling of being a prisoner of the guide, it happens when I'm playing games that I don't really like, 100%. And it's nothing against this game too much. I mean, it is in some ways. So, did you see how I tried to double trigger cancel out of it? It doesn't work because once you stop double triggering, let me talk about this. See, right then you do it, and then watch this. Right when you see that burst, see that when he does that little burst from him, it looks like, I'm not sure what it looks like, but you'll see what it is. It looks like kind of a streaming stuff coming out of him. That's when you evade. So this process was just one of continually trying to do the exceed, failing at all the calibers. See, failed caliber. I'm not good at the caliber. And it's just, you know, oh, here he comes again. What I was trying to do here was charge an attack, charge my gun, and then when he stopped, I would charge him, or shoot the charge shot. I mean, you hit him incrementally, but it's a joke. If you look at the damage that's coming off him, it's hard not to laugh, and out of just sadness at how much you take off these bosses. But the only thing I'll say in defense of the game is that it doesn't just outright murder you. You know, it takes away a decent amount of damage. It's pretty fair. And every time I get hit here, it's my fault. I'm not blaming the game whatsoever. I'm just saying that I don't like how much defense this boss has. So there's the first evade, and the second evade right after he does that streaming attack, and then just get out of the way when he regenerates his shield. And the main move you're seeing me do is the roulette spin. So I'm not sure what I'm going to cover after this. I'm kind of weary of playing games, but I'll eventually get to playing something else. Probably be Ninja Gaiden 2, because that game is really good. But I might play The Last of Us. I'm not sure. Do a grounded guide. Nice name for a difficulty, huh? But anyway, you know, this is just my contribution to the Devil May Cry fan base. You know, the whole game franchise. It's not much, but it's my humble offering. Hope it's helped, but more importantly, I hope that you've enjoyed watching everything. Sorry if in the previous video I wasn't speaking, but I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, you know. I mean, I've already covered those bosses. And that's what I don't like, that, you know, redoing these bosses again. It's completely unnecessary. The last stage didn't need to exist. But last night I got into a stupid, argument with some user about how I don't put any effort into my guides and how I don't deserve to have, I don't work hard in my guides, and, you know, I don't deserve any of the ad revenue, and to stop complaining about it, because I think I mentioned it somewhere along the line, and this guy was just the definition of evil and ignorance. I went to sleep feeling like I had come across one of the most evil people in the world. So if you want to put that guy on your block list, his name is what is it? I blocked him, but can't remember what his username is. But just truly evil people, and just realize that I'm not one of those people. You know, I work hard on my guides, and I work hard doing other stuff to make ends meet, and you know, it's just coming across those rare gems of people. So we're just working our way on the boss. He's got some amount of health that we can't see, some huge number that we're just trying to decrease by hitting him several hundred times. And for some reason he only does this twice On the lower difficulties, it does it 4 times, so count your blessings in that respect. Because I explicitly remember evading him 4 times on hard mode and down, so I'm not sure what they're doing here. I mean, put yourself in my position this entire time. That's all the health he has. I can't drop a holy water even if I had one, because the holy water won't affect him unless he's out of his shield or out of his halo. He has to be on the ground for it to work, so it's good to drop it right after you buster him to just get a little bit more damage off him. And it's just like winning the lottery, getting him out of his goddamn bubble here. And that's all that happens. He falls, he does the charge non-stop until the game decides to say, okay, we'll have him drop now and the player can win. But it's a long waiting game. I waited, I won, and that's just about it. Okay, so finally he fell. Now I can do the final buster. And then we'll have one more. You do get a checkpoint here, so that would be horrible if they didn't put one here. But I wouldn't put it past this fucking game. So all you have to do is right bumper to lock onto that one, and then don't press the right bumper here. Just press the B button. And then that's the entire guide. Oh yeah, one more time. There you go. And I'll see you in my next project. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all of the support and comments and everything. So thank you.